Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the Lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a Lions mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
All right, it is Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B and BA today. We got Joey Uso. Oh shit, I gotta play the music, don't I?
Yep, you know what it is.
I know. Shush.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Joey! What's up, my guy?
Meet Joey Uso. He is here. He represents the Eagles.
Sure does.
It's a No Thy Enemy show, and I got to play it one more time because you missed it on the way in.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
BA, long time no see.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my guy.
Fred said the same thing.
That's why. Yep, Fred said the same thing in the chat. Long time no see. But yeah, I will bring up yesterday's injury report for us because that's what I do. You know, I got to keep it real. The only two that looks like they're out, if Terrion Arnold does not pass concussion protocol today, he will not be playing, which is sad. And Kirby Joseph is not. Also, DJ Reed and Marcus Davenport are unlikely to play, but Josh Pascal and Malcolm Rodriguez will. So that's huge news that we're getting.
Rod is back.
What's sad about Terrion Arnold is his performance last week. Did you see the top-rated corners from last week, Joey?
I did not, actually.
Look who's number one.
Oh, my goodness.
But he's called a bust.
Wow. Adoree Jackson made the
Mhm.
top 32 is insane to me. He's
Why did they have Joey Porter so low?
Well, he did get burned a couple times, but yeah, he's doing better too this year than he was.
This follows up his other performance. I mean, he's the last couple of games he's been really good.
Right.
Terrion Arnold. Getting
And
it
there's
together.
the rate. That's per PFF. Sports Nation took it and put it into a list. There's your top 43.
Is any other Lions in there?
I believe
just
Meek made it.
Meek on here?
No, he just missed that. He just missed being out of there, it looks like.
I just had
Junior's
Porter.
up there again. Top 20, that's nice.
These are the top-rated defensive lines per PFF, the top 10. Cleveland Browns, of course, at the top. Pittsburgh Steelers, Los Angeles Rams, Houston Texans, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, Denver, Philadelphia Eagles, Seattle Seahawks, Buffalo Bills, and Indianapolis Colts. Last week,
Wow.
the Broncos fell off. They were actually ranked number 1, and they fell all the way to 14th in 1 week.
See what one bad game could do to you?
But Nick Bonito is still the top-rated defensive player in the league, as he should be. He leads the league in sacks, pressures, tackles for loss. He's having an amazing season. Chicken's injury, hey, they're not there. But I'll tell you what, this week is the only week I'm going to do this. And it's just because he's here, I got to do it. This is what I hope the result of Sunday night is. Fry, Eagles, fry.
Man,
Hey, it's gonna be
It's going to be a
very
slobber knocker.
interesting. I think it's gonna be a lot closer than what people think.
Neither team
Oh,
puts up
yeah.
a lot of 100-yard rushers. Philly has yet to do it.
What do you want me to
But-
do? I don't know what to do at
but-
this point. This guy.
But the explosive plays that happen is where Jameer Gibbs feasts.
Mhm.
Any explosive plays in the run game have happened on the outside. Because, let's face it, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter clogged the middle, which will make it hell for David Montgomery.
Right.
The red zone is going to be very competitive when the Lions are in it, because the Lions are I think they're sixth in red zone, and the Philadelphia Eagles are first in red zone defense. So that'll
Yep.
be a
It's a challenge.
knocker there.
Challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. The one thing that they are suspect to, and it doesn't matter for either way, and that is tight ends in the red zone. That is who has scored the most touchdowns versus their defense has been tight end. And we've
Mhm.
got two that are very good in the red zone in Brock Wright and Sam Laporta. They have done well. If Laporta's out, I expect it to be Brock Wright as the starter, of course, because let's face it, outside of him, we got Zylstra and Anthony Fisker on the practice squad. So if Laporta's out, we will bring up Fisker. That is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately, right now, well, not unfortunately, but Dan is doing his presser right now, so we'll find out. We should be able to find out more what's going on with the players today.
right,
So.
Laporta's been held out the last 2 days because he had the lingering thing that happened. I think it was in the third quarter versus the Commanders is when he went out, wasn't it, BA? Third quarter or fourth quarter. It was late in the game, and it isn't major, but they're just playing it with kid gloves right now.
Yeah. He'll be
They
fine.
pulled him out.
Right.
He's a game time decision at this point.
He'll be fine.
But it was funny Wednesday when Aiden Hutchinson was asked about his injury. He goes, "I think it's upper body. I don't even know what it is. You'll have to read the injury report at 4:00 to see what it is." It was a day of rest, and he goes, "Don't worry, I'm playing Sunday." It was just a rest day for him. It was
He's really got to watch what he says too, because the NFL is funny as hell. They would take that and say, "Oh, so they are putting false things out there of what was wrong with your body because you don't know what's wrong with your body. You're just saying that because you got sat out." The NFL, the Lions got to stop doing that and giving them stuff to do.
Oh, I know. I just thought it was funny the way he said it. He goes, "I think upper body. I don't know. You read the report. I will."
Right.
So Dalton Kincaid just got rolled out.
Dalton Kincaid is out. That's
For the Bills.
He's been ruled out.
I thought I seen something where he was going to be more of a game time decision.
the only two that are ruled out is DJ Reed and Marcus Davenport at this point on who's on the injury list. And that's good to see you, Steve. And this is for everybody in the chat that's used to us doing what I do. I think I got enough power to at least get one song in there. Let me see what I got. Oh, I got it charged. How about that?
That's your dad here.
Well, AJ Brown blasted Howie Roseman and Jeff Lurie that he is pissed off this team ain't playing up to their potential.
Yeah, I can definitely have some comments on that.
Oh, I don't doubt. And it's more like you're in first place. Shut the fuck up and do your job.
Bro,
Am
I really
right?
don't understand.
Am I right? Am I right?
You are so right. Absolutely right.
I mean, at this point, you almost wish they would have traded him instead of telling everybody no at the deadline.
Yeah,
Just
I
because
mean,
he's becoming a distraction. And every time he does this, and I pay attention to this, it's not the week he makes the complaint. It's Jalen Hurts on purpose does not target him the next week just to piss him off even more. And then he goes ham 2 weeks later. This
so
is what
for
happens
me,
every time.
the thing I've noticed over the last 3 seasons he's been with the Eagles is that he has religiously had, at least outside of that first year they went to the Super Bowl where he had an insane year, take that out. But these guys are complaining about not getting the ball, but as soon as it does come your way, you don't have anything good to say afterwards. Was it 2 weeks ago he had 2 touchdown game, 89 yards or something like that? You didn't
Right.
say anything good. What is wrong with you?
Do you think he's checking out?
I think honestly that his diva mentality is kind of playing more of a role into him than in the team aspect of the game is.
This might be a sign that Laporta is out. This week, UDFA wide receiver Jackson Meeks has been working as the split end out with the tight ends room, taking the snaps that Sam Rock Wright normally would opposite Sam Laporta. And his physical profile and competitive thinks the Lions could work well there. Well, although he is still working with the wide receivers, so he might be the other call up.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a precautionary.
Yep.
The Lions do this all the time.
Yep. The other thing is we found out that when Hassanim was signed back, when he was interviewed, that he actually was healthy since week 7, but because he was medically waived, he didn't have to be listed on the injury report as healthy. So he worked out the last 4 weeks until the trainers told him, okay, you're ready to go, and then they signed him. During that 4 weeks, his agent field calls from 31 NFL teams trying to sign him away from the Lions before he signed back. But because of the rules about the medical waivers of a first-year rookie that's drafted, Lions got first shot. And he said, you tell them all no, because I'm dedicated to the Lions. They drafted me, and I'm loyal to the people who picked me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's amazing that a rookie. And here's the great thing about it, Joey. With him being Egyptian born and he signed as a restricted free agent, he was able to be put on as the international pathways player for us because all the other ones were poached. And now it makes him an unpoachable commodity because he's signed in season. So he gets to be an extra player on the practice squad, but doesn't count towards the practice squad or the active roster. It can be called up and set down as needed.
You know what's amazing about the whole situation? Not that he said that, but the fact is, if this was the Lions 10 years ago, this wouldn't even be. This would.
No, this wouldn't have happened. You know why? Because they'd have went to another team in a heartbeat.
He would have said, "Fuck the Lions."
Right. But this would have been even 5 years ago, the Matt Patricia era. He just said, "Oh, fuck that son of a bitch."
Yeah,
you're right.
Especially with the way the salary cap is, the way it's going up every season.
So by getting medically waived, he got half his salary for the year up front. So he was getting almost $1 million. So he got like $450,000 given to him immediately for this season, plus his signing bonus for the contract. Then when he comes back, he gets signed at the league minimum because he's a restricted free agent and on a rookie contract, which gives him the same amount of money. He actually gave himself almost a $500,000 raise that doesn't count against the cap. How smart is that Matt Dunstall knew that this could work? That's the guy that does all the contracts for the Lions.
Yeah, they know what they're doing up there in the front office. That's one thing. That's the reason why the Lions are in a position here.
And he signed as a 1-year deal because he was coming off of medical waivers, which means they can just sign him to whatever they want after this season because he's no longer considered a rookie.
Right.
I have the feeling it'll be probably the exact amount we offered Zadarius Smith before he signed with the Eagles and then bitched out because Cam Scadaboo truck sticked him into retirement.
So, do you see Steve's comment at the bottom? I don't know what other distractions besides AJ Brown is he talking about.
It's mostly between Brown's, Hurt, the offensive coordinator, and the coach and the GM. That's all it is. But I think it's crazy, because we've heard for a year and a half Terry Darnold's a bust. But since week 4, this kid has been balling for Detroit. When I say balling,
wow,
that's the highest or the lowest QBR in the league versus any corner for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'd love to see Howard. But we needed Rodgers to have another crappy game like the other day.
Yeah.
And we know, but the bad thing is, Jeremy, we know how committed Tomlin is to his veterans.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, giving up on Justin Fields to go with the older arm and Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm. Which
And
was
it's
fine at first.
And I think that right there is the same reason why Brian Dable was fired from the Giants overall. Because Mike Kafka, the OC, wanted to start Dart. And 2 days after he said that in a press conference, Brian Dable announced Russell Wilson was the starter. And we've seen how their season started. The only
Right.
defense they cooked was Dallas, and they still didn't win the game.
Right.
I mean, that's enough for me right there. And it damn sure wasn't Russell Wilson that beat the Eagles that game in New York.
No.
Nope.
No. Jackson
It
Dart.
wasn't Russell Wilson that beat the Chargers either.
No, it was
Nope.
Dart and Scadaboo. And the thing that I see with the New York Giants offense, and it's like they get consistent in the beginning of the game and they fall apart late, and then the defense gets gassed and it falls apart. Because if you look at their rankings, they're not bad until the fourth quarter. They're
Right.
ranked in the top 15 through the first three quarters, and then they fall off to 32 in the fourth.
Yeah, but when the presence in the beginning of the season was their defense was supposed to be the catalyst of their team, and it turns out they're not. That's the whole disappointing point. I'm not even disappointed in Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart's just doing what they have to do. You had to put him in there. So,
Broski, Arnold missed one game this season so far, and he's not ruled out yet this weekend because he can have concussion protocol at 4 p.m. today. If he passes that test, he'll be in. He's a game time decision at this point. He just can't practice until he passes protocol.
It isn't later because the game is on Sunday night?
Yes. That's why you kind of get the extra day. It's Sunday night. If it's a Sunday night or a Monday night game, you get an extra day for concussion protocol.
Yeah.
So until 4 p.m., we don't know what's going on unless Dan Campbell made the announcement, which he hasn't, according to what I just read from Lion Central.
Copy.
So I do pay attention to that stuff. I also have the NFC North leaders, offensive and defensive, that I want to go through because it's actually pretty good. Oh, why did I moved it? Oh, yeah, there we go. Leaders for touchdowns, passing touchdowns, Jared Goff with 20, Caleb Williams with 13, Jordan Love with 13, and Carson Wentz with 6, with JJ, who's played 3 games now, still hasn't caught up to Wentz.
Nope.
Josh Jacobs with 11, Jahmyr Gibbs with 8, David Montgomery with 5, and then Swift and Jordan Mason with 4. Touchdown yardage leaders, Jordan Love with 2,247, Jared Goff with 2,235, Caleb Williams with 2,136, and Carson Wentz still leading with 1,216 for the Vikings.
Wow.
Jahmyr Gibbs is leading in rushing yards in the North. Oh, we got Ricky Scott. Jahmyr Gibbs is leading with rushing yards at 693, Josh Jacobs 608, DeAndre Swift 544, and David Montgomery. So you notice who's not in those top 4 for rushing yards? Aaron Jones, who's been injured a lot, or Jordan Mason, who hasn't been injured a lot.
Yeah, Jordan Mason has not just been getting placed. He's not in there. You don't know what to do with him, I guess. I don't know what's going on over there.
He missed the Bucs game. He got hurt in the Chiefs game. It was the third quarter of the Chiefs game when Arnold got hurt. Can be honest with you, Joey. AJ can be pissed off. I love how fans are blaming Hurts, even though I think it's Sirianni and
Patullo. Yeah.
Patullo. I think it's more the offensive coordinator, the change in offensive coordinator. Direction. It's like he doesn't use the outside passing routes as much. He uses mostly the crossers and tight ends, is what I've seen, correct?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Philly has, over the last couple of seasons, had a track record with rookie OCs. These guys come in, they want to have a future, so they're going to play conservative. And that's what they're doing. That's what they did with Brian, whatever the guy's name. That ended up leaving. No, not Kellen
No,
Moore.
Kellen Moore was not a rookie.
Oh,
Kellen Moore,
a veteran coach.
yeah.
right.
The guy before him, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
the year that you guys stalled out at the end of the season.
Yeah, we
Started off
went
so
10
good
and 1
stalled out.
until
Mhm.
week 12 and then gassed out the last how many
Yeah.
games. But we have a thing where we hire these guys and we're bringing them in and they're like, hey, I want to think about my longevity of my career being a coach. So what I'm going to do is play conservative. I don't want Jalen Hurts to throw interceptions. I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize me as an OC. So guess what? We're going to play this small ball game and try to win games. Doesn't happen. It doesn't work.
All right. Now here are the defensive leaders. This is in all the categories. Jack Campbell leads in total tackles. Then it's Tremaine Edmonds, Quay Walker, then Edgerrin Cooper. Then tackles for loss: Jonathan Grenard, Eric Wilson, Montez Sweat, and there's 4 players at 7. Those 4 players include Jack Campbell and Aiden Hutchinson.
Mhm.
Total sacks 7.5 for Rashawn Gary, who is really benefiting from Micah Parsons because
Yeah.
when they double and triple Micah Parsons, he gets free, which allows him to be a sack leader for their team. Aiden Hutchinson and El-Kadeen Muhammad. With the names that are on Minnesota and the Bears defense, the fact that neither of them have anybody in the top 4 is kind of surprising for me because you're talking about guys like Jonathan Grenard, who's played most of the season. You're talking about Montez Sweat, who's played every game. And the fact that they're not there, that's concerning.
Well, for those teams, yeah.
And then passes defended, Keyshawn Nixon, who's been kind of a godsend for Green Bay, and the only reason why they have 5 wins in that secondary. He's got 12. Tariq Stevenson, Kerryon Arnold, Nick Wright, or is that Neil Wright? What's his name? That Wright kid that plays for the Bears, I forget. But I know Nick Wrong. Is the guy I was thinking of, the announcer on that one Fox show. And then Tremaine Edmonds has 8 as well. And then total interceptions: Kevin Byard, Tremaine Edmonds, and Nashawn Wright. There it is. And then Kirby Joseph still with 3, who's missed 2 games. And then forced fumbles: Aiden Hutchinson at the top, Eric Wilson. I believe that's somebody in the secondary for the Vikings, has 3. Edgerrin Cooper has 2. And then there's 3 more players with 2, one of them being Jack Campbell. And I think the other one, I think another one of those is Amit. Doesn't he have 2 forced fumbles too? BA?
Who's that?
Amit. Doesn't he have 2 forced fumbles
Yeah.
too?
Yep.
Because one was recovered and one wasn't.
Yeah. But he's got
Brian
the
Branch
FF.
has one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brian Branch caused that FF. Definitely did that.
Lions defense is paper mache. Leonard, stop it. You're just mad because your defense falls apart in the 4th quarter like sweet peas. I'm excited that the Patriots may found a future power back in Henderson with 3 touchdowns again last night. Oh,
Yeah.
I talked highly of Travion Henderson coming out of college from OSU. The fact he didn't have a fumble when he was like the guy that they rode the back of that entire championship run. He was a bigger reason why they won than Will Howard. Will Howard was good, but not great. But I did consider Will Howard one of the good quarterbacks coming out.
Mm-hmm.
4/5 of my defense were working at McDonald's last week.
Yeah.
Poor Giants fans, man.
That's good, bro.
Poor
That's
guys.
good.
Oh, so you mean like 4/5 of our defense last year when we hit the playoffs? Gotcha, Dunner. If you're to use that as an excuse now, you can't make it say we can't use it as an excuse in the playoffs.
4/5 of the defense was working for McDonald's last week. That McDonald's must have shut down.
Is that my buddy?
Yep.
What's the gnome doing out of the gunner? I love it.
Jesus.
Don't forget to put the likes on whatever platform you're watching from. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Kick. We're on BA's Facebook and Twitter.
X.
We are and X.
Yeah, just a quick fact. I just got a Laporta update from Dan. said he's not practicing today either, but he hasn't ruled him out. But he says that if push comes to shove, Brock Wright would be the guy. So,
oh my God, it's like I read his mind.
mhm. Well, I mean that's common sense, though.
I know,
I would
I know,
think.
but you know what I'm saying? It's like I say it and then he says it. He's not ruled out, but if he is, it'll be Brock Wright. I mean, that's exactly what I said.
Mhm.
So I think Hassanin and Meeks are probably our call up this week because of Miles Frazier getting healthy and he's not ruled out. And Hassanin was so excited to talk about practicing after Wednesday in the interview he was in when he got to talk to the reporters. He was just happy to be back on the field.
That's a good kid.
Mhm.
He's a football guy. That's what I like.
Yeah, I saw that you guys have 26 on the injury report, including the season-ending ones. I saw that, and Cam Scattaboo is one of those injury season, one of the ones that were lost for the season.
Hey,
I saw
hey,
your
Dan. What
your
about
buddy. Go ahead.
Dan? What about Jackson Dart? Have you ever heard any word from him? Being that you're local, because if he plays, then that might change the whole complexity of the Green Bay game.
I'm gonna put No Thumbs Leonard in the show real quick for a second. The guard film.
Jesus. I feel bad about mine. Then you show me that.
His brain is mush.
I'll do the Brian Day.
Hey, four concussions.
Four
Game
concussions
to
in
start.
6
Okay, that's bad. That's not good for your young quarterback. No, it's not.
Yeah, and that's the reason why they're winning games. It's not that their offense has been humming that great. Because if you remember right, we put 52 on them in week 2, and I understand whatever happened in that game, but we did it. Dan's not local. He's in the hills of PA. He hears banjos all day long. No, get it right. He hears ukuleles. That's the Amish and Mennonites out there.
Ah, man, I don't live far from them guys.
He does need to learn how to slide. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Joey, aren't you in PA?
Yeah, I'm actually out in Harrisburg. I'll actually be moving towards Lancaster next year.
All right.
Which is like where all the Amish country is.
It is.
Cool.
It is.
You gonna learn how to churn butter?
Good.
Hell no,
good
I'm from the
food.
city. I don't like anything that's deal with country. I'm afraid of it.
He'll buy it from the Amish, though.
I'll buy it.
That's right. The
Pies
food
and
is
everything.
good.
Yeah, their food is good.
Yeah, their
Absolutely.
food is good, and it's it's
Wholesome
funny,
and organic.
wholesome, kosher. They're kosher.
Mhm.
Even the Jewish buy Amish food.
All right, quit ruining it for me. It's good food.
So you know what I'm actually mostly concerned with about this game, outside of the OC, is that 4 of our 5 starting offensive linemen are on the injury report, and 3 of them aren't practicing this week.
Right, and that
They'll play.
Scary.
They'll play.
Lane Johnson, I can see playing. Cam Jurgens is iffy. I can see Lane Dickerson coming through, but I don't know.
If they're practicing and they've been limited, though, those offensive linemen, have they had limited practice at least?
No, none of them have practiced yet.
None of them.
They're all on
have practiced
DMP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As of right now, as what Philly's sportscasts are showing, yeah, they all did not.
So Adam,
Leonard Dickerson he was a limited playing Wednesday and full participant yesterday. Lane Johnson was limited participant Wednesday and full participant Thursday. Jurgens had limited participation. So all of them have been out there, according to what I see on the report.
By this time next year, Joey will change his name to Brother Jebediah.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Brother
Tearing that
Joey
food up.
Jebediah.
Yep, you gotta see me on here with a big beard and everything in the hat.
Right.
And no mustache. And no mustache. Unless you're prior military.
No,
you won't be seeing you on there because you won't be using a computer.
No, the Mennonites use computers and phones. That's predominantly what there's actually only a couple of Amish in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
The
real
Mennonites
Amish.
believe in technology.
Real Amish.
So,
I'm talking
so
about
I'm a
the
big
Mennonites.
hockey guy, right? And I play hockey. Sunday mornings travel to go to games is insane because all my games are through like Lancaster area. So driving down there, you're stuck behind a horse and buggy a good 5-6 miles. It sucks. Running
So
over like horse shit. It's crazy.
So the last 5-6 miles takes you an hour.
Yep.
That's okay. We got quite the in the middle part of our state. We got a lot of Mennonites.
Ida, Michigan, because they have Ida's chicken there, and all Amish, it's all owned by Amish people.
And they got a wonderful one up there in Standish. Ida's chicken. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Love that place, man. I need to go back there, man. They feed you like you never ate before.
It doesn't sound like it's something you want. It's probably slower than a funeral procession.
Ah, man.
Maybe it's the same thing.
It's like being Catholic and going to a service hours on end.
Oh, don't remind me. My wedding.
Oh my gosh, if I can tell you.
The best part of my wedding was my best friend and my uncle took my shoes, and I didn't know why as I was getting ready for the wedding. And on the bottom of them, they put white letters, and it said, "Help me."
So every time you took a step, they just seen it. That's awesome.
Every time we kneeled for the prayer, everybody got to see "Help me" on the bottom of my shoes.
And that's like 50 times.
Yeah, it was. And what was funny is she's Catholic, her whole family's Catholic, but her uncle was gay and his boyfriend was there, and he was the videographer. So every time we kneeled, he kept saying, "Get his shoes, Donald, get his shoes."
Well, this just came across. Bucky Irving is out.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he was doubtful anyway.
That's big.
Yeah.
Let me.
They need that running game. Yeah, I had him on the bench anyway because I said they had a big no pause. Yeah, had a big D by
Where you
his
go
name.
with this?
No, I gotta say he's gonna have. He has a big D by his name. That's why I had to say pause before I said.
I broke it last night on Fire Up, and I do want to talk about Marshawn Nealon, who passed away last week, because it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Last night, the Dallas Cowboys announced that his girlfriend is pregnant, so he's leaving behind a single mother, and they're going to cover all expenses for the pregnancy and help her through the first couple of years.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's an amazing gesture by the coach and the players.
Right.
But organization.
I got asked. The jumbo offensive line is when you bring in an extra tackle and an extra tight end. Isn't that called like the 13-man formation? I believe it is, when you have all the extra big heavies on the line, and then you also play like a fullback in front of your running back. That is the typical goal line formation for most teams when they're close.
Jumbo package.
It's a jumbo package. Yep.
And that is what we miss in Zach Horton before he got hurt, because Zach Horton is built more like a fullback than a tight end. He's a little shorter, a little stockier than most tight ends, still quick, and that's what we would use in those situations in front of Montgomery.
It's so funny because I don't know if you guys seen any of the Eagles game last week, but or whatever.
Yeah, I did.
Did you see what they lined Saquon up as the fullback? I was just like,
I was paying attention to what was going on.
Oh yeah, we paid attention.
Doing your homework.
Doing know thy enemy. But I will say, Jahmyr Gibbs is coming along nicely.
Yeah. Jahmyr Gibbs is a special player. I don't think he gets enough credit.
He's starting to. He's getting the national recognition. This is what was put up as during the game on Sunday versus the Commanders. 40-plus scrimmage touchdowns before turning 24. Those are the only 5 players to do it in NFL history. Look where he's at. He does not turn 24 till March 10th next year.
How
So
great
he
does
could
that make
be
Randy Moss?
He could break that. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Randy Moss. Yeah.
But if you got 3 of the GOAT running backs to ever play the game in front of him,
ever.
and
Yep.
Jim Brown is only 1 ahead of him, we know he's passing that. He's more than likely passing Emmitt Smith, and has a
He's going
good
to pass
shot.
Barry, too.
He has a good shot to pass Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
I think that's
And also-
amazing.
And also on that, too, as you see at the bottom, the best ever commissioner in sports, Paul Tagliabue, had passed away. I'm still saying he's the best commissioner ever. I can't in any sport to tell you.
He was the one that started the NFL Network before Roger Goodell got there. He doesn't get enough credit for that. He's the one that started the NFL.com and the NFL Plus. The contracts that came after were due to Roger Goodell, but he set the foundation.
Roger Goodell, man. Don't like that guy.
I love what he's doing for the business. I don't like what he's done to the game. How's that?
Exactly.
And that's the only reason why he probably still has a job, is because the owners like the money he gets.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not really liking him on a business aspect of some of this stuff too, like going overseas. That's just a stupid idea to me. You're putting a lot of pressure on your players already, just going across the nation and playing games. Now you want to send them overseas to have football games all the time? It's BS. Forget that. Keep it in one hemisphere. Stop. It's fine. It's cute once in a while.
Yeah, but that is one of the reasons that
17 games. He wants 17 games over there. Fuck that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how true is the whole putting a team overseas?
I think it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen overseas right away. I think it'll more than likely end up with a team, 2 teams expanded, 1 East, 1 West in Canada, which makes a lot more sense. Or maybe 4 teams up there because it's big enough. I think we're going to end up with Canadian teams first, probably Toronto, British Columbia, Ontario, the bigger cities that are there.
Yeah.
Those all make way more sense than going overseas, and maybe even because they finally got that stadium right down in Mexico for the soccer players, Mexico City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind games being in South. Like I said, as long as they stay in this hemisphere, it's fine. As long as we can guarantee safety for the players too, because it's nuts in South America, and it's not too great in Mexico either with the cartels. So you want to guarantee their safety. And then with the Canada issue, they got the CFL. How much is that going to damage the CFL? That's the thing.
And this year, another thing that I noticed that it hurts the Eagles defense are teams that do play action well, because they're able to establish any run close to 100 yards.
Right.
And that is something that the Lions feast upon. And we saw that Dan Campbell said when the play action isn't working, he doesn't mind going through the shotgun and running play action out of it, because it takes and puts the defense on their heels as soon as they think the running back's going to have the ball. We saw that last week.
I think that for sure that if they're able to move the ball on the ground, and in my aspect of Philly's defense, the weakest part is the middle of the field. Like, granted, we have great tacklers, but if you're throwing over the middle field, we're cooked.
Right. The crossing routes, I noticed that the crossing routes, whether it's right behind the defensive line or right behind the linebackers, so there were slants or the true crossers, those are the ones you get burnt on. And we've started using JMO more in that type of route, and as well as Amon-Ra last week. So, and of course, hitting the tight end right behind the linebackers has been what took you for big yards between the 20.
Yep. And we're known to play more of a zone defense. So,
and that's what, and Goff is known.
Goff will eat that up.
Goff will eat those apart.
That's why I'm just like,
I'm not. Let me tell you something about this guy. I'm not worried about the Lions offense versus the Philadelphia Eagles defense. What I'm worried about is our defense against your offense.
Exactly.
Because if both TA and Kirby aren't playing, that's going to be kind of nuts. If it was in Ford Field, I could understand it. The players would step up. But this is at Philadelphia. It's a different story.
Yeah,
that's
our biggest advantage, honestly.
Remember last season when they first started talking about this, Joey, and we went over it? If they went to the 18-game season, my suggestion, and you were like, "Man, I love that idea."
Right.
You leave the trade deadline at week 9. You make that an automatic buy for all 32 teams, and then you do the rotating buys on the week 1 week prior to that. So
Still think you need
7
odd
would be
game.
the last buy on the first one, and started a week earlier, like in week 3
Even playing
instead of
field.
4.
Right.
And then you go and you say, okay, week 10 there's no buys, but 11 through 16 there is.
Right.
And then you can rotate it out with the 4 teams per week, just like they usually do. This has been a weird year. Some weeks we've had 6, some weeks we've had 4. We've never seen it like that before, where you'd have 6 teams in 1 week on the bye.
Yeah, never.
No, BA's right here in Michigan, down by Detroit.
Yeah. Well, I'm in Chesterfield, so it's not right by Detroit, but
You know what I mean.
so it's a little far from there. Let's see.
Oh, where are you? Are you closer to Grand Rapids?
I'm closer to you.
You're closer to me. Okay, so you're north and east of, or just north of Detroit, like Clarkson, Waterford, Ortonville type area.
Yeah, it takes about 45 minutes for me to get down there. That's
Right, where it takes you're right in the middle. Then you're in that area that I'm talking about, that Lake Orion, all that cluster of cities that stretch.
I'm close, but I'm all the way east, so I'm closer to Lake St. Clair. But I'm right by Selfridge Air Force Base.
Okay, I know right where you're at. You're off of 59 there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have no
23-mile road.
All right.
Yeah.
No, if you ever came to Michigan, once you get used, the highways are the quickest way to get anywhere, and I'm not talking expressway. I said highway. In other words, the ones that are labeled with an M.
Been to Pure, Michigan. I've been to the race.
Michigan Speedway. Oh, nice.
Michigan Speedway. Mm-hmm.
Michigan Speedway, or for NASCAR, or are you talking about
NASCAR?
NASCAR.
I've gone to a couple of Michigan Speedway. Yeah, in Brooklyn.
NASCAR. Is that a little drunk and fell over as Edwards was doing the backflip off his car? Pissed a lot of people off.
Cool.
Of course.
Yeah, wasn't that the one that when he did it, he messed up the dynamics of the thing and he got disqualified for it, and they gave it the winner to the other guy the next day?
Ooh, Muskegon.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Kyle Edwards. Edwards won the race, and he did the flip off the edge of the car, and because it didn't fit the form when they put it over, because you have to fit the form for aerodynamic profile side to side as well as front to back. Because he dented that, it was lower, and so they said, well, then you had an aerodynamic advantage. That's why they don't allow guys to flip off the edge of the cars anymore.
Gotcha.
You can stand on them, but you're not supposed to jump or anything.
I like the NFL now. No fun league.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Remember the good old days of NASCAR with,
no restrictor plate, doing 210 miles an hour at Talladega.
This dude right here, buddy. Dale Earnhardt.
That was when I stopped paying attention to racing, when he died.
Yep. You and me both, buddy.
I used to be a diehard, watch it every weekend. That Daytona. And all because he wanted to help his son win his first Daytona.
Yeah, it was
it would have been an Earnhardt finish, right?
Yeah.
Earnhardt was behind. I think he was like in 8th or 9th or something like that. And when he got dusted against the rail, like I said, it was a freak accident. A lot of safety protocols were made because of that accident. But yeah, it was just something that was freaky. At least he passed away doing a sport that he liked to do. He loved to race. So
wasn't it like 2 months before that the owner was talking about if he died, he'd still want him to race the next weekend, Earnhardt?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the craziest. Yeah, he goes, I'll try to resurrect him so he can drive the next race.
Right. It's so weird, like how that all happened. It was just, I remember reading on it.
And what's funny is that wasn't even the worst wreck of his career, but it was the one that ended him.
Well, then we saw a car flip upside down a couple of weeks ago.
And the guy survived because of the Hans device.
And the guy got up and walked away, and everyone goes, "Wow, that's crazy."
Right. We've had way worse wrecks than that. Look at that first, what was it, 3 years after that, where you took out half the field in the big wreck at Daytona?
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah, because they had just got up to speed.
Yeah, NASCAR party. I used to go up to Ypsilanti with my one of my friends has a nice place up there, and we used to always watch. He's a big NASCAR guy. He worked for Ford. Go figure. I like Fords. Fuck Fords, man. I like Chevys.
Since we're not live on the Roku and Fire Stick app because StreamYard's having communication issues, if you guys want to go past 1 o'clock talking football, we can, because I don't care.
I'll rock out, so I gotta go.
Okay. But hey, Joey, I appreciate you showing up. So give us a score prediction. What do you? I think it's going to be a close game myself. Like it's going to end up being a 1-score game, either a 3-point or a touchdown difference between the two teams. And I personally feel that whoever has the ball last is going to win the game.
Right.
So what's your score prediction?
To be honest, I can't give you a team that's going to win. I'm taking myself out as a fan. I think it's going to come down to like a 2017 game. I don't know who's going to win.
I said it's going to be like 30-27 or 31-24 game. I think betting the over is the safe one this year. Both offenses are explosive enough to do it.
Right.
Both defenses have question marks here and there. Freddie lived.
Now be nice to the guest.
This week, Lions fans feel like that. You know, we don't hate them unless we play them.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the same way for Joey. You know,
yeah.
He's given us respect the last 2 seasons, that's coming on off and on as a guest, and I appreciate him. And I give him the same respect. That's why I let him come in with the Tampa here chant. You know.
Although I'll have to say though, some of the Eagles fans though.
Ooh.
They get out there. I'm just saying, some of the Eagles fans, it's like, oh, the Lions have, because they're talking about the ownerships, and I said, well, it took, the Eagles ownership, the Eagles GM 6 years before he got a Super Bowl. This is our 5th year with our GM. What's the point? I mean, what's the problem?
Oh, that's a big word. Your parents are Eagles fans? God.
Oh, hell no. You ain't coming over here, Mom. Mom, Dad, stay home.
I got a sibling who's a Cowboys fan, so.
Oh, that's worse.
I'm Poe B. Look at that. The Lions.
We're breaking out the styrofoam bats and like beating each other during game day. It's crazy.
But before you go, I got to do one more thing for you, Joey. Like I said, I love you, but this week I'm Fry Eagles Fry.
Yeah, Fry Eagles Fry. It'll be a good game. I'm excited to see the game.
I love you 17 weeks out of the year, brother. How's that?
Yeah, I'll give you a 17 that we play you guys. Really think it was going to be
rivalry,
last year, but
you never know. This could be a something that happens at the end of the year too. So
I hope so.
So
I hope so. I wanted it last year.
I've been playing with AI, and I posted a video. I made this guy walk, right? That's me looking like I'm on the edge of Ford Field. You see the tunnel and the end zone on the opposite end, but for some reason it looks like we're scouting a Syracuse game.
Right. The hell going on with that?
So I made it go into a 4-second thing of motion, making it look like I was talking to players there. And I posted it on Instagram, and my buddy George Eichhorn, who actually is a beat writer that goes to the Lions games, he goes, "If I'd have known you were at Ford Field, you should have told me. I'd have met you down on."
Wow.
I died laughing.
AI is out of control. Right? AI is out of control.
Gary.
Oh.
Mom's from Chester. Okay.
Used to carry players' pads from facility to practice field. That's
wow.
awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She remembers. Of course she does.
Papali. Yeah, that's a legend right there.
I was gonna say Mark Wahlberg just to be a smart ass.
And let's face it,
man for about 3 seasons.
The tallest wide receiver still in NFL history was Harold Carmichael of the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Big boy.
Yes, I do know a little bit of my NFL trivia.
I see
There
that.
It has been a pleasure, Joey, to have you on today. Thank you. You can go ahead and tell people how to get a hold of you if you do a podcast or anything.
I do not. I'm mostly into music, so you can look my music up on anywhere you find your music, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. Joey Oso. So that's about it. And go Birds.
Cry Eagles cry.
Always great talking to you, Joe.
Yeah, you too, buddy. It's been a minute.
You have a good one, brother.
All right, guys.
All right, Joey.
All right, Joe.
Take care, man. Good luck.
Thank you. You too.
I hate when I lose stuff.
There. And then there were three.
No, never. This is weird. I'm usually not. I'm usually working.
Right. Go. Oh, Joey, go Birds. No.
You're really ho-humming that work thing there, buddy. I'm
you
ecstatic.
kind of
I'm
like
off on Fridays.
you kind of like being able to do this during the day, don't you?
Well, I do, but my
Your
child
paycheck.
support's not liking me being home.
Of course. Not.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Let's not go there. That's a touchy subject in this group here.
No, that's okay. I don't mind it.
I'm just being honest.
Child support don't like a lot of things us guys have to do to survive.
Right.
Right. Michigan is like the worst. Always been the worst for child support.
Oh, I love it, Fred. Me too. Oh, wait, I am at work, just not working.
Yeah, there you go.
I got told to stay home because they don't. I drive a truck, so I'm on the road and I'm not always by a bathroom. So, unfortunately, with the kidney stone, like in the lower half, they say. I don't know.
Is it feeling any better yet, or is it still a lot of pain?
I'm hoping to piss this thing out today. That's what I'm hoping for. I want this pain to go away. I'm about to just do some hot water flushing.
It works for pipes, but not so much on humans.
That's funny. When you drink coffee, it comes out really fast sometimes. Usually the wrong way, though.
Hey, the fastest way to flush your system. The fastest way is to flush your system is drink beer, because you don't buy it, you rent it. It gets flushed out every 15 minutes after you break the seal.
That's the problem. I'm not going to break the seal drinking a beer.
You will.
I know.
Drink a lot of Mountain Dew like JB does. That'll make you piss.
That's why I got kidney stone.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't.
That's because you're magic. I don't know.
I'm a diesel mechanic. I can't tell you how many Gatorade bottles I've seen that's yellow. I know exactly what he's talking about. I used to be a counter person at a diesel fleet repair facility.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about too. There's just a lot of cameras on my truck, and don't need that on my record.
There you go. There you go. Look at Fred.
Look, her doctor told her to drink beer.
My neighbor told me that too.
Oh, we all know it ends eventually, because either you die or it gets paid off.
It's like lottery payments in reverse.
Right.
Like
it's a reverse mortgage to your ex, is what it is.
Right, I'm gonna finish it, and all of a sudden the ex is gonna kick the kids out to come live with dad because no more money's coming in.
You don't believe how many times that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You won't.
Don't get me wrong. I'm having fun being at home. I'm hoping my furnace motor comes in today so I can put it in. Oh, my furnace is broke too, so that's another thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, luckily it's like it looks like it's like 50 degrees outside.
Yes, it is. Here it's almost 55, and it's supposed to be 61 on 64. Saturday. Here, 64, 61 to 64, depending on where you're at in the state.
51 here.
Oh yeah, I forgot to rub it in that my Riverhounds beat your Detroit, whatever you guys are for soccer. last weekend.
Soccer? You want to talk soccer on a real football show?
Well, it came down to penalty kicks. It was a good game. That was my first soccer game I was ever at that I actually watched.
Oh, that's where you were Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I posted the.
You guys won. You guys won the championship then, right?
No, we're going to. We play the EC. We play the Eastern Conference Finals championship Saturday at 6:30, I believe. So downtown Pittsburgh might be a little crazy on Saturday with game day here across the river on Saturday morning, and then the Riverhounds play 6:30 at night.
I think tonight I have a couple of key guests.
I think Pitt has a strong chance of beating Notre Dame tomorrow.
Oh, they do.
With Desmond Reed coming back too.
Pitt's been playing strong this year.
Notre Dame looks pretty damn good though. They
Yeah,
destroyed my Navy team. They dismantled Navy.
We'll see what happens.
Well, let's see. Today, your 76ers. Oh, boy, you're Pittsburgh, right? So you don't have
we don't have a team.
So, Philadelphia is playing the Detroit Pistons. How do you like that? Philadelphia is playing the Pistons today, and they're going to be playing on Sunday. The Eagles and all. Lions.
Which Joel Embiid's going to show up? The old veteran guy or the guy that knows how to play?
He sure didn't show up the first time they played.
He's been awful.
You weren't on yesterday when I started the show. I got to show the picture again. I know I posted it on.
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing it on social media. Yeah.
Yep. There he is. That's my brother. Turned 44 yesterday. His next duty station before he retires is Hawaii. Lucky bastard.
Wow. Retires in Hawaii. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, if you're a hockey fan, the Penguins play at 2:00 today. I don't know if it's going to be televised national or not. They're in Sweden.
Oh, it probably will. Isn't this the start of the international games?
The global series, they're calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a game in Sweden. Is that the one that your guys is today at 2:00?
Yeah, it's actually a home and home series. They play. Right. They play today, and then they're off tomorrow. Then they play Sunday, I think, at 9 a.m.
All overseas, right?
I don't know if the games are just in one stadium or not. I have no idea.
I'll find out for you real quick.
Yeah, they're playing in Sweden, back-to-back games in Sweden. So one's going to be in Nashville, and the other one's going to be in Pittsburgh. So
yeah, today's the one that's in Nashville, and then Saturday it's the one. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were traveling to a different stadium in Sweden, or if they were just playing in.
That I couldn't tell you.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Fred! I didn't realize it was your birthday too.
Happy birthday!
No, happy birthday, Fred.
You off today, Fred?
Yeah, I am off. But my guests tonight are going to be none other than Unc Rumble, the Lions fan extraordinaire, living in Vegas, and also Mike Fujimoto, Phillies super fan. Yeah, and the Pistons are red hot right now. They're beating teams even with backup.
Cade Cunningham.
They rested their whole starting lineup.
And they still beat the crap out of Chicago.
They made Chicago look like they didn't have starters playing.
And Chicago was starting off hot too, and they've been terrible for the last.
Hey, I used to have a girlfriend like that was just a few days away from my birthday, so we made it a month-long celebration. God, I miss those days.
Yeah, the girlfriend I had, my birthday was on the 1st, and her birthday was on the 31st of July, so we kind of just had a whole month of a birthday. Met in the middle.
My ex, I had one that was October 4th, and the other one was the day after mine on October 10th. Mine's the 9th. And we used to say that it was birthday month. We didn't celebrate just birthday.
That's how you do it anyway. You gotta celebrate the whole month. Damn it.
Right.
And that meant we only went out 4 times that month, but we spent a lot of time right at home.
I'm sure you did. You did a lot of Netflixing and chilling when it wasn't even Netflixing and chilling.
There was no Netflix. It was Blockbuster until then.
I was going to say Blockbuster. Blockbuster and Pizza Hut.
No, my favorite pickup line when I became the doorman at the bar while I was single is on ladies' night. At the end of the night, I'd walk up to them and say, "Hey, you want to go back to my place for pizza and sex?" If they said no, I said, "What? You don't like pizza?"
You still had a
Because
job.
everybody loves sex.
No, that was back then. Yeah,
yeah. Back then, you could
not
get away with
politically correct. You could probably still get away with it in a few bars. You might get slapped a lot more, but you know.
Yeah, now you get slapped 4 out of 10 times. Back then, you got laid 4 out of 10 times.
There you go. See.
Oh, the odds of the good job of being a bar guy.
Hey,
6,
that was great.
Are you gonna do the 6-7 thing?
We just did. That I followed.
I had to throw that in there, man. I figure I might as well be part of the trend, you know. The hell.
It looks like a woman
But
playing
that's
with
when
a
I
kid.
first
Right.
around that time I was a doorman is when I first found out I actually had a decent singing voice because somebody wrote a review of the bar for ladies' night, and when it came out in the journal, it said don't forget to check out the singing doorman. He's got a great voice.
Hey, you gotta get noticed somewhere. Gotta get noticed somewhere.
And that's when I started singing with the band, and that's when then when the band broke up, I decided winning karaoke contest was a lot easier on your ego.
Oh
So
man.
I still think it's going to end up being like 31-24 or 30-27 this week, no matter who wins. But I'm picking the Lions.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be a good game. I'll let you know Monday what I hope the score is because I'll have a lot of fantasy value going into Monday night.
No, if anybody has Dallas players, it's usually CeeDee Lamb
or Sunday night. I'm sorry.
Sunday night.
I have George Pickens going Monday night and Geno Smith.
Aw.
Geno Smith might be benched as bad as he's playing.
It's still Monday night.
You actually have him on your fantasy team. Look at that. Was that like a charity case?
But isn't that great to see, BA?
Yeah. I can't tell you how many Green Bay Packer fans, man. They be killing me. And as soon as the Lions fans said, I said, I told one, I said, yep, we're at the top like Detroit's supposed to be. Just like you guys keep saying every time you get to the top. So don't come back at me.
Right. When do we play the fucking Bears? We play them week 18 in Chicago.
Yep.
And at that point, we may not be playing for first place because we already have it locked up.
Yes, Geno Smith was a charity trade. I had one quarterback. That was it.
Oh, man.
Or I could start Mariota on Sunday morning against a team that's getting hot, the Dolphins. I have no idea which way to go. They're both a bad situation. Jeremy, that's a good question for your Saturday night show.
What's that?
Geno Smith or Mariota?
I'd say punt.
Well, I have to pick one or the
other. I'm sorry. I don't like either one. I would actually take Mariota. If you look at the way he played. If you look at the way he played versus the Lions, he wasn't horrible. He just they didn't get a lot of yards after the catch like they're used to because we have a solid tackling team. He was actually 72% completion percentage, 22 of 37.
Maybe I'll go back and put him in. We'll see.
I would do that. Well, look who he's playing. He's playing the Dolphins, but they are overseas, and it's a 9:30 a.m. game. So you have to make the decision. Get to make the decision by tomorrow night. Yeah. The only thing that I worry about is the Dolphins. After they finished their game, they went ahead and went straight over there and practiced overseas, whereas Washington waited a couple days to head over there. So that means that they may be dealing with jet lag more than what the Dolphins are because they'll be more rested.
Yeah, that happened to what was there was a game that happened. It was the Rams when they played Jacksonville. Rams went at the last minute, but they beat the crap out of the Jacksonville. So it doesn't necessarily have to be jet lag,
right?
You know, I just think that Dolphins are just in a position where the Commanders in a position where the Dolphins were 3 weeks ago, where they were just inept, and I think that's where the Commanders are at right now. They're just inept.
So the halftime performance for the Dallas game, do you know who's playing? The last remaining member and the new members of the Temptations for halftime.
Mm-hmm. For Thanksgiving?
No, the week after when we play Dallas.
And for speaking of Thanksgiving, Eminem and Paul Rosenberg, they're have a contract with the Lions for the next 2 years to do Thanksgiving productions. So
yep, for halftime. So we're going to see less of those unknown performers that are just local coming in,
or big name performers. We'll see bigger name performers. We won't have I mean, coming country star Wibbly from Nashville. I mean, who?
Shabuzi was I liked it.
Yeah, Shabuzi was cool, yeah.
But the one before him, that Jack, whatever his name was, that that was awful.
That was bad.
It was a rapper guy, Jack Harlan.
Yeah, that was bad. That was 2 years ago.
He's from Detroit too, so
right. But I mean, that just goes to show you how much it's changed the culture here in Detroit from then till now. We went from local guy that's up and coming, trying to make a break for himself, to Shabuzi, who was established and already had a #1 hit in country. When you start getting acts like that for your one big prime time that you get every year, that's a sign your team is trending in the right direction.
We should call Aretha Franklin.
Oh, I think the only national anthems that was worse than that was that girl at the Pro Bowl the one year and Roseanne Barr.
Yeah.
Aretha's national anthem that one year to open up on Thanksgiving. Oof. Oof. Yeah, she should have quit singing 10 years before she tried that.
Yeah.
I love Aretha, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah. Aretha's, she's a queen of soul.
Amen.
Queen is.
But another woman that's the same age that's been through a lot more sings way better than that. Tina Turner. I'd have rather had her do the national anthem.
Well, yeah.
Hard to believe that she's almost 80 and still got some of the best legs in singing.
It's amazing. Some of the best people who sung the national anthem are passed away, like Whitney Houston. Nobody ever going to forget that Super Bowl. When she sung the national anthem in Super Bowl. That shit.
Amen.
That shit had me crying.
You want to know how Jack Harlow was bad at halftime? Bob Seger was up in the booth, and he turned around and walked out.
That's another guy too, Bob. I wonder what Bob's doing now.
Living his best life. He does every now and then. He does a show in Vegas or a show out at the Mount Pleasant Casino.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. He is doing shows at Mount Pleasant. Yeah,
he does one show a year out there. He also goes to Saguenay every now and then, and not because he's headlining, because he's there to help promote it.
That's a great thing about Bob. Bob was always, he always played humility. He never did any of that outrageous ego shit. He was great. I love Bob. Remember the story? Remember the story about the Bob Seger when he just dressed as he was trying to get a Cadillac, and they kicked him out of the dealership, and they didn't know who he was until they.
Yeah, he dressed casual, went to the dealership, and because they didn't think he had enough money to buy a new Cadillac. They kicked him out of the dealership.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a great story that most people don't know. Before Bob Seger got famous for doing rock, he used to be a jazz musician and a jazz singer. He used to play right here in Flint, Michigan, at a little place called the Micatan. And my best friend and lead guitarist Dave Kuhn, his dad used to play guitar in Bob Seger's band back then.
Sweet. Jeremy, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I do have to run. I need to get out of here.
I understand. Have a great day. Check him out at Sports Talking It on Twitter. He's also Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube, Twitter, everywhere.
Right. I was known as Darren on the last show.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell. What the hell Ken the Bear fan was thinking about now.
I think he got you confused with Darren Roy, the Viking fan.
I have no idea, but I just responded. I didn't, I've been called worse.
But I'll say this now. We're going to go ahead and bounce out to try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here, unless you're talking to your rival fan base or a war week opponent, then fuck.
I don't know that one, but all right.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.